Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with a review for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Season 8, Episode 6. So let's get to it, shall we? Alright, you guys, so we see Monice. What is going on with Monice, child? Did they cut back on the styling budget? Why is her wigs so whack and her makeup so fucked up? She normally is one of the ones who have the nicer wigs. I was just like, girl, this is not it, Mona. Put a little bit more in there for the girl. Anyway, she's hanging out with KK. She's explaining to us why she's hanging out with KK. Makes no sense to me why the girl who's dating KK's son feels like she needs to be friends like that with KK. It's strange, okay? Even telling her that she's digmatized. TMI. While she's there, Shonuff Scrap and his sister come in the door. You know, she's picked him up from the halfway house. Monice is happy to see him, gives him a kiss. And then Sis Cheyenne tells him that Tierra was over at the house and how she went off on him and hit him. Oh, why did she say that? KK was like, what the fuck? The bitch trying to put you back in jail? This is not cool. And on top of that, Monice is upset because, you know, she's all about communication. He ain't said nothing about him being over there, you know, with Tierra. He already didn't say nothing about the party. Now this, okay, communication is what she is talking about. But yeah, KK said, you know what, she tired of this bitch, okay? This ain't the first time that she done showed her ass, but it's definitely gonna be the last. So KK say she gonna handle it. So then we see Tierra later on. She's on her way to work, she says, and she sees KK in the parking lot. She's upset, like, oh, okay, Shonuff done sent his mama over here to fight his battles. KK was like, bitch, you know what? You really tripping, okay? He is in a halfway house. He is not all the way out of jail. All right, you hitting on him and putting him in that kind of danger could put him back into jail. Well, you know, Tierra don't want to hear it because as far as Tierra is concerned, she feels like Shonuff Scrap was the one that was leading her on and lying to her as usual. And in this case, really, it is all on Tierra. That boy ain't led that girl on no kind of way. This is all a decision that she's made on her own. So she's up here fussing at KK saying how, you know, it ain't fair that Shonuff Scrap always gets a pass, like he don't never do anything wrong. Bitch, it was you! So while KK is going off on her, Tierra tells her that she is the least of KK's worries. Alright, and then she turned around and she walked to the car. I said, Tierra, you was supposed to be going to work, baby. The work is the other way, not to the car. Then we see Monice, you guys. I'm telling you, I was looking at this wig and these eyebrows, this makeup. I was just like, Mona, bitch, why are you doing this girl like this? Akbar looked beautiful, though. I think she is a pretty girl, even with green hair. And that is one color that I do not like to see in people's head. But she looked really pretty while she was sitting there talking to Monice. Now, Monice is telling her, kind of fussing at her, like, you know, I came out here. We supposed to be doing this EP together. And, you know, you've been bullshitting. Well, Akbar has her hands full. You know, she thought that because she took Doribian out of the damn ghetto and moved him up to Buckhead, that he wasn't going to bring them ghetto tendencies along with him. These are the kind of things that happen when mothers don't really have their child and their child doesn't really respect them and doesn't listen to them. You know, now you've got to work really hard to try to get him back. He's at that really terrible age. She said he was 14. Child, that is probably the worst age. And really around the time when you have, if you don't get a handle on it, it's hard. It's hard. So she's got an uphill battle there. So she's stressed out. And Monice says, well, I get it. I mean, I understand because Monice is a single mother. And even though I'm sure Monice's son doesn't act out like that because, you know, first of all, he's still younger. Well, I guess he actually is older now. But, you know, totally different experience with that kid there. But Monice was like, you know, you ain't got to. You could just reach out to me and let me know what's going on. Speaking of my kid, I'm actually going to go home to LA. Check on him, make sure everything is okay there, and then I'm gonna come on back out here. And when I do come out, you know, we can work on the EP. Akbar gave her some really good advice when she was talking about Shonuff Scrap, though, okay? Because Akbar was like, honey, Shonuff Scrap is out there for real, okay? He got you, he got Tommy, he got Tierra all wrapped around his DICK, okay? You better run from that devil, all right? Monice is explaining to her, how they have a hard time communicating. She talks to KK a lot, and she was like, so you would rather speak to the mama than the man? Okay. Akbar was like, see, I can't fuck with you got y'all, the way y'all operate is completely, don't make no sense to her. So, she tries to tell her, like, girl, showing up scrap is a whole lot of work. Probably work you don't want to have to deal with, but listen, if you like it, I love it. Akbar V gives her opinion, and then she, you know how she do, she back out like, girl, well, that's on you. Now back at KK house, sure enough, Scrap comes over, and his sister Cheyenne, she brings him. KK lets him know how she went to go talk to Tierra, and that the bitch was out of pocket, and that she could really mess things up. Okay. The whole reason why KK can't pick him up and everything is because she's a felon. You don't need to be around somebody that is going to be bringing this much drama to your front step, okay? And we can't even talk about Tommy. Tommy is a whole nother thing. Sure enough, Scrap is like, mama, please stay out of my business. You ain't got to fight no battles for me. I always told you I could handle it, all right? Sure enough, Scrap don't seem like he like any of them. And we ain't even seen Tommy. They just keep on talking about her. I'm not sure if Tommy is even going to be on at all this season, because she was in jail partially of the time that they were recording at, maybe most of the time. So, yeah, I don't know. But, he getting tired of KK, always going off on him about his women and everything. There's a knock at the door, and it is his brother and another friend of theirs. And, sure enough, Scrap sit back, and he was just like, y'all, I'm glad y'all came over. I just wanted to let y'all know I'm not going back to the halfway house. And they was like, man, please, okay, don't even get to tripping like that. All right, all get a hair up your ass, and all of a sudden you don't want to take your ass back to the halfway house. KK was like, no, sure enough, you got, kids that you need to think about. Okay, you need to make sure that you're going to be there for them, so don't fuck this up. And he was like, you know what, you absolutely right. Okay, that's why I'm not never going back. Okay, you looking at a free man. Oh, sure enough, Scrap is free. Sure enough, Scrap is. So, everybody is rejoicing, okay? They got their boy sure enough Scrap DeLeon back. And he said he ain't never going back. KK is still worried, though, because as long as you got these crazy assholes around you, and that would be including Monice, there's always a danger of you going back. So she worried about her boy. All this stuff with Spice being a white woman has gotten me thoroughly confused. Who wants to see Spice in white makeup? That mean me, always in somebody else's fucking business. She's sitting down with Rashida and Sierra, and they sitting up there talking about Spice, and it has gotten this girl so bothered. They all just like, well, Spice is always gonna do what Spice is gonna do. Rashida and Sierra don't quite understand it either. She's coming to Carly's engagement party, but I don't know if she's coming as a white woman or what. Oh, speaking of Carly's engagement party, Pooh is there as well. And Pooh is upset. She says, I don't even really know what's going on with Carly. We was Ace Boon Coons back in the day, but now she don't want to invite me to her engagement party. I feel like I need to just crash that bitch. Because, honey, Carly says she leaving you hoes alone. She done deleted her wholeness. I keep on telling y'all that. She tried to say that nobody cares about her husband. You guys told me who the husband was, and I can't remember his name. But I have a picture of him in my mind. I know who it is. But anyway, she was like, your husband was big in the 80s. Ain't nobody fucking with him now. That was a long time ago, that them three was hanging out like that. And Sierra was like, well, did you guys have a threesome? And she was just like, yes, we did. So I don't know what Carly doing, but Pooh is out there about to wreck her life. Rashida was just like, well, this is her happy time, so don't go up there and ruin her day. Okay, let the girl be happy, even though Carly has ruined plenty of people's days in her days on this show. Now, speaking of Carly, she says that they are kicking this in vitro fertilization into high gear, okay? Remember he was saying how, you ain't got much time. You got to hurry up and get these eggs out. They're going to put the wedding on hold. Okay, she got her and what's his name? Arkansas, Alabama Mo or something like that. They got to create this embryo like yesterday. Okay, remember they want a boy. While she's sitting there talking to the doctor kind of tells her about, the threats of miscarriage. And when old Mo take a little Walksy out of the room, she was like, well, doctor, let me ask you a question. Okay. And I'm telling you, I was looking at Carly. I said, bitch, what the fuck? I was so distracted by this burgundy thing on her head. Now, the wig itself was nice. The hair was nice and everything. What exactly was we doing up in here, you guys? Why the lace is pink? And why you got to have the pink lace and then all of this, doing something up here? I said, now, why ain't nobody putting no makeup or something? It almost looked like they dyed that shit on the top of her head. I said, girl, you look a mess. Now, she's sitting there, too, with these overdone eyebrows and everything. And Carly actually is better looking to me with less makeup on. The more makeup that she has on, she looks like a witch to me. So she talking to the doctor, and when he walk off, when the boyfriend walk off, she tells old doc that she's been on her period for a month. And the doctor was like, okay, well, that's not normal. And I'm thinking to myself, like, ladies, okay, because we're not going to look down on people who some folks just don't know. But if you are on your cycle for a month, there is something wrong there. That is not any time to ignore. Okay, and you just keep thinking like, oh, I'm just on my cycle. You are losing blood. Something else is happening there. You need to get that checked out. So it's just like, girl, you ain't never thought that maybe you need to figure out why the fuck you sitting up here bleeding for 30 damn days? So the doctor was like, well, we need to check because you could have had a miscarriage. I said, doc, now I know you sat down with Mona and her people, and I know we trying to stick with the storyline and everything, but you gonna stop this fucking lying to us on this TV. I'm not laughing at the fact that she may have had a miscarriage, but you guys know Carly is not pregnant. You do know that, right? But whatever. Okay, Carly says she's not gonna worry about the IVF and, all of their little issues that they're having right now. She just wants to enjoy her engagement party. Okay, so she's still in the planning process. She's at the venue, I guess, and just trying to tie up some loose strings or whatever, and in walks Shay. She walks up to Carly, and Carly was just like, oh, I know you. Okay, kind of like Eva and Giovanna on Real Housewives of Atlanta. But you know who the hell Shay is. She don't look that different. And Shay was like, yeah, you know me. Okay, we all used to hang out together. All right, Shay was like, yeah, I was an ugly duckling, but I turned into a swan. Okay, how about that fucking Carly gonna say, now I don't know about her turning into a swan or anything like that. I said, yeah, but a fucking bird would know. Shit. Carly got her fucking nerves. That Shay is a pretty girl. Okay, might be a little harsh, a little harder, but yeah, Shay is cute. Okay, come a long way from when she was first on there. Anyway, for whatever reason, now that Carly knows that Shay is from her past, okay, now, I done told you she deleted the wholeness. She can't be fucking around with Shay and all of this, Alabama, Arkansas, Mo. He don't know this side of Carly, even though we've been watching her for 8 seasons, y'all. But that's neither here nor there. So she's sort of kind of giving, she kind of swerving old Shay. Shay was just like, oh, isn't that something? So all of a sudden you don't know me, huh? You too good for me? Shay says, that she's rapping, she's DJing, she might even get on the mic. And Carly was like, absolutely not. You will not be doing that at her engagement party. Okay? This her shit. Shay was like, oh, okay. Gucci, Louis, Prada, tap, tap, tap. I was cracking up. So yeah, now Carly has Shay and Pooh to worry about. And speaking of those two, they get together, and Shay is like, Carly is trying to burn all these bridges, and that's never the smartest thing to do. Shay was a little hurt because she was happy to see Carly until Carly wanted to act like she couldn't remember who she was. And Pooh was just like, well, that's exactly how Carly is, okay, because she a clout chaser and she will use you up until she done with you, and then she'll throw your ass away. And everything about her is fake and phony. But look, I got some shit for you. See, she ain't invited me to her little engagement party, and at this point Pooh don't even care no more because now she got Shay to do her dirty work. She said, girl, I got this paperwork. You take this to the engagement party and you blast her ass. All right. Shay reading the paperwork. I'm like, oh, damn, you got it notarized and everything. She said, I sure did. All right. We know we telling the truth around here. I said, Mona, who you done got around here pushing, stamping shit and acting like that in notary public? Mona was just like, damn it, just go on and get you a little, some at Staples and just, look like it's official. Come and just stamp on it, just push it down real hard, just press it, press it, press it. So, child, Pooh was determined to let everybody know about some secret. Okay, and damn it, we can pretty much assume what this is about, but we gonna play along. Fuck, we didn't watch the shit for an hour, we might as well stick with the storyline. So there's a secret on Carly coming. Now we see Spice, she's previewing her little her video, her Black Hypocrisy video with Tokyo Vanity and Shekinah, and they really are appreciating it. The video actually is cool. So Spice is proud because now she knows that the video is going to convey like exactly how she feels, and Tokyo thought it was dope, and even Shekinah was like, you know what, I'm with you now. Okay, shit. When Shekinah was younger, she used to want to marry a man, Indian man, so her kids could have pretty long dark hair. I said, no, what that got to do? I mean, all of this, child. I said that Shekinah could sure say some shit. I said, okay, Shekinah, whatever road it takes for you to get to the understanding, then I guess that's the most important part. Anyway, Spice's whole message: you guys are leading Black people to bleach because you talk about their dark skin. Now, enough of that. They asked Spice, is she going to Carly's engagement party? And she was like, yeah, I'm not really sure. I don't want to be there. I don't want people asking me about the video and everything. And Tokyo was like, well, just don't make it about you. Okay, don't talk about it. If they ask you about it, you just curve it. So I guess Spice is going to think about going to the party. Then we see Jock. Okay, now he's talking to his girl, and he's telling the girl why they can't go to the party. And, girl is just like, what is the problem? Like, we've been together all this time. Like, why all of a sudden you just feel like you have to keep me a secret? He said, well, why are you so pressed on going? And she says, and why are you so, hell-bent on keeping me hidden? All right. I said, girl, why are you going through all of this? Now, the boy was just supposedly fooling around with Carly at the dude ranch. Now, we know they wasn't messing around, but as per Mona and the show, they were messing around. She said, I saw, when they was at the dude ranch, and I knew that they was together, but, nothing happened, and Kendra, I think that's her name, you deserve the full truth. Or she thought she'd been getting the full truth all this time. I don't know, not with Jock. Yeah, when we first got together, we wasn't really all the way together, so there was some overlap. And she was like, overlap? He said, yeah, it was overlap, but it was nothing serious. Once we got together, everything was all good. So that has gotten her upset. She just says, Jock, I show you all the love and attention that you need in public. I show my love for you, and I don't have a problem. But you make it a point to not let nobody know about me. You should put me up on the same pedestal, basically, that I put you up on. And Jock was like, you know what, you right. If that's all it takes, if she want to go to crackhead Carly Red the Bird's engagement party with Alabama and Arkansas Mo, then we will go. And now Kendra's so happy. See what it takes? Some men, sometimes you just got to do what the women want you to do. So we are at Carly Red's engagement party. Mimi. The last time that I saw Alabama, Arkansas Mo, he was down on one knee proposing. And now look at us. They about to get married. And all the girls there, they happy for Carly. They even hoping that they can sit down and talk to him. And then in walks the couple of the hour, old Carly Red and Alabama, Arkansas Mo. And they sit down and they get to asking them all kind of questions. Why that Rashida was like, y'all want some kids? I said, Rashida, you gonna stop this bullshit. How many kids y'all got? He said he got one daughter. Rashida was like, well, everything is gonna be good. If you can deal with all of that, then you should be good. Okay, so they done gave they blessing, they stamp of approval on Arkansas, Alabama Mo. Then in walks Jock and his girl Kendra. Okay, and they walk up to Carly, and it's real, like, uncomfortable and weird, Carly is looking them up and down like, oh, yeah, like, I don't see anything in you anymore. You're just kind of like a brother to me. Now, if I was Alabama, Arkansas Mo, first of all, I'd have been like, you ain't had to say shit other than just saying, how you doing, thanks for coming. All right, now you want to do all this extra showboating and all that. I would have gave her the side eye. Jock was just like, oh, okay. Like, is that what it is now? Yeah, you there with your girl? Okay. Carly even says, that he must have left all of the Tatianas alone. Okay. Bust down, Tatiana. But I guess now they can. Alright, so it was weird. He walks off and then we see Spice is there, and Mimi is happy to see that, Spice is not in her white face. I'm so glad to see that you're in your black skin. And Tokyo shut that shit down like, we ain't talking about that today. Okay, throws in her little Jamaican patois on it. But yeah, enough of that right now. And it was good timing, because Carly gets up on the mic, and she's so happy that she's there. Her friends are there, as they share between this love and union between her and Alabama, Arkansas Mo. She says, thank you, baby, for accepting me. Okay, and everybody's like, oh, that's some accepting too. That is. She goes on back over there to her man. She give him a hug and a kiss, and Shay was like, yeah, you know what, that's good. Good for old Alabama, Arkansas Mo and Carly. One of our friends, she didn't invite her. I'm not sure why, but she made sure that I had this paperwork to read to you guys. Carly jumps on the other mic and was like, well, why the fuck you even saying anything when I didn't invite the bitch? And she was just like, yeah, well. Carly 45 fucking years. I said they even took 3 more years off. Carly was like, listen, I can get blasted out for 45. That's my limit. No, she actually might be around 45 years old. I just knew that she was not 38 like she was trying to act like she was. Boy, that damn Carly is mad. Everybody else there is mad. Mimi's like, this is some bullshit. Spice is just like, so what? So what? Okay, we already know anyway. And that Carly, she tried to throw the mic, but the crazy 88s ain't gonna let that happen. So, they kind of pull Shay out, and they kind of pull Carly Red to the side. I said, well, at least Alabama, Arkansas Mode has now saw. And I said, well, at least Alabama, Arkansas Mo has seen yet another side of Carly Red, okay? Are you going to accept this too? Hope you're ready. This the girl you're going to get, multifaceted. That's it. I'm going to get off of here. You guys make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.